The scene you're about to watch is from a movie called Girl Interrupted. And it's about a young lady, Susanna Kaysen, who is sent off to a mental psychiatric facility because she has some issues. And the other young ladies are gathered now in the room of the psychiatrist. They broke in and they are examining the reports that were made about them, their documents, their cases. And so Susanna right now is going to the bookshelf to find out all about her particular diagnosis. So let's join the video.
Appreciable response to meds. No remission observed. That was before you ran away.
We are very rare and we are mostly men.
Lisa thinks she's hot shit because she's a sociopath.
I'm a sociopath.
No, you're a dyke.
Borderline personality disorder. An instability of self-image, relationships, and mood. Uncertainty about goals, impulsive activities that are self-damaging, such as casual sex.
I like that.
Social contrariness and a generally pessimistic attitude are often observed. Oh, that's me.
That's everybody.
Okay, I'd like to stop it right there. The young lady, Susanna, says, "That's me." And then Lisa, who's the really rebellious one in the group, says, "That's everybody." What exactly is a borderline personality disorder? Basically, it's just hogwash. And yet, that's her diagnosis, and that's why she's being treated, because she has borderline personality disorder. So, what really is it? Well, it's just about anything anybody wants to make it. Okay, and you can go to different websites and try to look it up and find out what it's all about. And basically, as Lisa said, it's just sort of everybody. Everybody has some of these features that they talk about in this borderline personality disorder, which leads you to question the whole function of psychiatry, which appears to be, once again, motivated by the dollar, because it is an industry, and it has its facilities, and it has its doctors, and it's tied in with the pharmaceutical industry. So you can scroll any of these scripts that have been prepared for the public that try to tell you exactly what these things are that they have come up with and they have concocted in their little conferences and gatherings. And basically, a lot of them are just pretty much anybody. Anybody that's honest is what I want to say. Because if people are honest, they will confess, yes, there's been times that they've been depressed. Yes, there's been times that they've had some very bad thoughts about life and about themselves. And yes, you can read through almost any of these diagnoses that are prevalent in this script of this movie of these young ladies. And you could say, well, that could describe me at some time in life. That can describe someone I know. So you have to be aware of the fact that it's all about money. It's an industry. It really is. And this movie kind of illustrates it. And what's interesting is that in the movie, when these young ladies are by themselves, they're just normal young ladies goofing around. But when they get back to their room and they're in the facility, they fit their diagnoses and they play the script. So it's about fulfillment of the script, that this is the label that's put on them, so then they fulfill it in front of the mental health workers. But when they're gathered like this in this room, and at other times in the movies, they're just sort of normal young ladies that struggle a little bit with some problems, and you get the impression they'll all be just fine if they were left alone. And that's the impression I get in watching this movie, is they would all be just fine if they were just sort of left alone and they just had some good friends and some good help. Now I know somebody out there might be saying something like, are you against it completely? No, not really. But it appears that the whole psychiatric industry feeds on coming up with crazy diagnoses and then trying to pin it on somebody, like pin the tail on the donkey. Now, you have to realize that all of it is pretty much speculation at best. It does not have an organic, scientific basis. So it's not like going to a doctor with a broken leg and the doctor x-rays your leg and he says, yes, I confirm you have a broken leg. A psychiatrist or a psychologist has their books, they call DSM, Diagnostic Statistic Manual, and they pull it out and see what they can find. And if it looks like it's that individual, then the individual will be like Susanna in that little clip and say, oh yeah, that's me. But then there's the Lisa who says, oh, that's everybody. Now, what's kind of funny about this is I was going to title this video, I have a truth disorder. And I was just jesting about it. A truth borderline disorder. And lo and behold, I thought I better look it up before I actually use that phraseology. And lo and behold, there is something out there. I believe it's a video game. It's called Truth Disorder. And supposedly, it's about an individual who finds out that his whole life has been a lie. And I think it's a video game called Truth Disorder. And I was going to use it in jest, as a pun. So I guess I will say that my diagnosis is I have a borderline truth disorder. I love truth. I want truth. Give me truth. If you're a YouTuber, I hope you get a borderline truth disorder as well, and that's all you want to do on your channel. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and once again, go to the one who is the way, the truth, and the life, the Lord Jesus. End of video.